So for step 16, attaching the uprights, we need to attach these uprights to the suspension pieces. And it's going to be done through a screw pin, which we're going to need to grease down, and we're going to attach the metal brackets that are going to attach our front suspension pieces to, our front springs. So we're going to need to do that on both sides. Now you can see I've pulled together, there's our suspension arms, and then of course there's our spring mount, there's our uprights, and then the screws and hardware that we're going to need for this step. So I think what we'll do is we'll work on this one first, and then do the other side. So I'll set this up and we'll grease the pin and get this upright into the arm. So if we work on this side first, we know that this is one of our uprights, and we need to know that that is going to go in that way. So let's grab one of our screw pins and grease this up, because we need to grease it up to go into that hole. And again, I don't mind being fairly liberal here because this is a moving part, and we want to make sure that that is free to move. So here we go. We're going to grab this arm, put that in there, and grab that, put that there, and let it go into there. There we go. And then we just need to screw this down. So we'll do just that. Make sure it goes all the way to the end. It does. And again, don't over tighten, because this is coming off the parts tree that's got the soft plastic. So you don't want to reef on this and find it's too tight. So there we go. And it's free to move nicely. Awesome. So there is one of our uprights attached. Now the next little bit here is we need to attach the metal bracket, which is going to be used to attach our front suspension. And you can see that there's a notch in the metal itself, and you can see that there is a notch there, so that when this sits, it actually has something to rest in. So what we'll do, and I'll just grab a screw here, is we're going to take this, put that on, and I'll temporarily put that in just so that I've got a little bit of leverage here. Come on. There we go. So now I can screw this in because the screw is all the way. But you can see how this is going to move around a bit. So until I get it down to the bottom where I know it's going to sit better, I'll just move it around. There we go. And now it's starting to sit. You see how it's not going to move, and you can see how that notch is resting on that plastic. Now I know that I can start screwing it in because it's in the right place. So there we go. So there is one of our arms and uprights complete. So that side is finished. So now we just need to move on to this side. So same again, we're going to grease up the pin. And then this time around, we need that to sit that way. So we'll stick the pin in. way, and then we'll screw this one in. There we go, and it's free to move, which is great. So again, we're going to need to screw this one in, and I might do it a little bit differently this time just to see if this helps. If we take that and put that there. Yeah, okay, so we'll screw this in. Make sure that's sitting correctly, which it is. Let's do a little bit more of a test, yes. And you can see once again, it's sitting in that notch right there. So I can now screw this right all the way down. And again, I'm not over tightening because we're going into the soft plastic. But there we go. So there are our 2 uprights complete. So step 16 is done. So now we're going to move on to step 17, which is the front arms, and we'll put on all the other bits that are going to be for the suspension.